All right guys, this is your Gpat Hiit workout for the month. So the whole thing is simulated to be as close to the Gpat as possible. So you're gonna go outside and set up your circuit. You're also gonna have some substitutions if you're at a station that doesn't have the fire sled. So just set everything up as close as you can, and the distances are all written in your workout program. The first thing is gonna be a charged hose line drag. So you're gonna put at least 70 pounds on your sled to simulate a charged hose line. Get a strap and get in your advancing hose line position. So you wanna make sure that your core is tight the whole time, really drive through your legs. Make sure you're not twisting. Make sure you are controlling the line, not the other way around. Get a good athletic stance, and then in a minute, you'll drag it 50 feet. Once you get to the end of your 50 feet, you're gonna add more weight onto your sled, at least 195 pounds to simulate your rescue dummy. Then you're gonna turn around while you're at the end, get into your victim rescue position, get in a low squat, make sure your back is nice and stable. Keep your shoulders back, don't let your shoulders round forward, don't let your head drop. Stay in a nice neutral spine. Stand up a little bit if you need to unweight your dummy, and then you're gonna drag it backwards the full 50 feet. Then, after you drug it back to your starting position, your next team member will start with the victim drag, so you're not constantly unloading and loading plates. You're only gonna have to reload twice instead of 4 times. So the order of the hose drag and the victim drag will just change on every person. You're still doing the same amount of work for the same amount of time. So you have 50 seconds per station for all of these. So you have to hustle, and you're gonna repeat it twice to simulate your time requirements on the Gpat. All right, so go ahead and drag your line 50 feet. So he loaded it up to 195 pounds. He turned the sled around. He's getting in his victim drag. And now he's gonna drag it backwards the same 50 feet. Something to note while you're practicing this is that during the Gpat, you cannot run. So everything has to be at a fast walk. That's it. So when you drag it, no running. When you carry the ladder, no running. Your ladder is going to be on sawhorses for the Gpat, so pick it up and carry your ladder however you naturally would on the fire ground, whether it's a high or a low shoulder carry. Just make sure that you brace your core and you're not leaning too far to any side. After you get done with the ladder carry, you're going to drop down to a bear crawl. So crawling on your hands and feet, trying to keep your back nice and stable. During the Gpat, your knees will be able to touch the ground, but right now, to increase your core challenge, you're gonna keep your core neutral, keep the knees off the ground. During the Gpat, you're gonna be going over and under a 4-foot barrier. For now, you're gonna simulate that by just going over twice. It's a 50-foot crawl with 2 barriers. During the Gpat, you'll be changing directions. For the purposes of this exercise, it's a straight line. All right, so you've already completed 4 of the exercises outside. You did the advanced drag with your charged hose line, you did your victim carry, you did your ladder carry, and you did your crawl over your barrier. Now, during that, you're gonna come inside and do your stair climb. So you're gonna go up 4 flights of stairs, carrying a 50-pound simulated hose over your shoulder. You can use anything you want, but the sandbag is the closest. In the Gpat, you're gonna go up and down. So it's gonna be up 4 and down 4. Here you can obviously only go up. If this is being utilized, you can use just a box step and just make sure you do as many steps, and you have 50 seconds to do it. After you do the stairs, you're gonna go back out, you're gonna do the crawl, because that's the specific order, and then you'll come back inside to do your ceiling reach and pull. If you're at a station with a fire sled, feel free to use the fire sled. You just have to do your 3 pushes and 5 pulls that you'll do on the Gpat, but you're gonna do that 4 times. So if you are at a station that does not have a fire sled, you're gonna grab a straight bar. You can either use the 45-pound or the 35-pound, whichever one you are able to move. Ideally, you wanna use the 45 if you can. And then you're gonna do your pushes. For time's sake, you're gonna do all 12 pushes before you switch to your pull. Get in a half kneeling position so that you can get full shoulder range of motion over your head. Good body mechanics, keep your core tight, and you're gonna do all 20 of your pull. Weight should be simulated to what you would normally experience during a fire. Change the weight to your ability or your crew's general consensus.